guys, welcome to episode 3 of season 3 here at Ep3 Köln. We are top of the Bundesliga. Yes, you heard me correctly, we are top of the Bundesliga. It's only been 3 games, so there's still 31 to go, but we've not been here before, and let's try and make it last as long as we possibly can. We have 5 games in the month of September. Hamburg away, which I'll play. Malmo, our first game of the Europa League group stage game of the season. That's the way I'll play that too. Then I'm also going to play West Ham, and we'll simulate the other 2 Bundesliga games. I want to try, do as best we can in Europe this season, and go for that trophy, because the board want it. The board want, was it at least a final, or did they want me to win it? They want me to at least reach the final. We got grouped last year, and I just wasn't happy with that. But what we are happy with is the signings we've made. Everyone so far, other than Stark, who hasn't had the opportunity, although he has grown to 84 rated, everyone so far has proved to be worth the money. So fingers crossed that continues today, and we can get the results that we're hoping for to continue to keep the brilliant start to the season that we've had going. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too so you don't miss out on any further content. We'll play in... It's weird that they have red shorts on their home kit. Regardless, we can play in this kit and crack on. Rafael Leao starts. I'm sorely tempted to give Stark a game, but I think I might wait for Europe. I think we might start Stark in Europe. We'll wait and see. But for now, that's my starting lineup. Let's go and play Hamburg. Surrendero in goal for Hamburg, a player without a picture. Leibold is 4 at the back. Kinsombi Preta, another player without a face. Obviously, they're not regens, and Setgotsa as well. So didn't he have? I swear Setgotsa had a face scan. Oh, they've got. Oh, it'll be Bobby Wood, won't it, on the bench? It won't be Chris Wood. Into Martinez. Look out wide here. Not quite find Trezeguet, and here is Setgotsa. Plays for Vitória in the Portuguese league. Setgotsa. He is on FIFA, the career mode website, but he's not on Ultimate Team. So that's probably why he doesn't have the face picture in the game, because he's not needed for FUT. Lovely turn by Hadji there. We'll try and build something here if we can. To Rafael Leao. Support here arriving from left back. And, well, talking about Setgotsa, he's the one that's in the way there. Trezeguet forward here to Leao. Mitchell Weiss is making a good run, but I can't find him. 20 minutes in, we're not playing that well yet. Not settled into the game, but fingers crossed we can do so sooner rather than later. That was wonderful footwork by Vincent Cozziello. And Hadji will look to play Martinez through. Martinez is yet to score for me, or even have an opportunity on goal for me. I tried to do a drag back there, and he wouldn't do it, unfortunately. That's really frustrating. Would have opened up the chance beautifully. Cozziello has got a great goal on his left yesterday, but not on his right today. Kittel. Oh, nicely intercepted by Heasyway. Driving forward. I might try and... No, it's too late. I was going to say I might try and pull this back to the man that's arriving on the edge of the box. In actual fact, we have been able to put it back to the man that was arriving on the edge of the box, but not the man I first initially intended to do so. Cozziello, so close to an opening goal there. He had a great effort a moment ago that unfortunately didn't go in. Oh, it's a brilliant turn by Leao. Can we power this in? No, it's blocked well. Can't get to the loose ball either. Knock that down with Jorge Mera, and Mitchell Weiser could try and create something else. Here's Martinez again getting forward. Squeeze that through that gap. Cozziello. Hadji, is he onside here, Leao? I'm not sure. He must be, because the referee's flag stayed down. Leao at it again. You know it. It's Rafael Leao. It's a goal for Köln. Kittel. Back. Oh, nice. Ball forward into Kinsombi. Here's Kittel. They're taking their time here. Hamburg, they're not that keen on just putting it into the mixer, but the patient technique is going to pay off. Good initial save from Timo Horn, but just like the game against Bayern, it falls free to an opposition man. Anton not quick enough to pick up the run of the man in the middle, and unfortunately, Katterbach just had no idea where Setgotsa was. And on the brink of half-time, which I think was almost exactly the same time that Bayern scored as well, we're pulled back to 1-1. Moritz. Nice turn. Oh, through the gap there nicely to Hinterseer. It's fallen back to him, and Timo Horn gets there again. Ball keeps popping free off the goalkeeper, and it's really, really disconcerting. We'll poke Rafael Leao through there. Now, he is quick. Is he quick enough to get away? It seems so. Leao. Now we've both hit the woodwork. Oh, my God. That was so close. I tried to just drop it in the bottom corner, and it didn't quite go as planned. So I just guide it in, almost like Tom Cantwell did against United the other day. Was it United? It was Norwich against someone. I think it was United. No, Arsenal. Cantwell against Arsenal the other day. We just guided it in that bottom corner. We might actually end up conceding at the other end. Moritz squares it across. Gota lays it in, and Timo Horn comes to my rescue again. That was very well worked. Talk about composure in a forward area. Picks out the man, picks out a pass, tries to find the back of the net, but it's a good save by Timo Horn. This game has come to life in the second half. Gota to deliver the corner. And away, hopefully. Leao does well. Can Cotsiello get to that? He can, somehow. And still, with the ball, Vincent Cotsiello. And support is arriving. He's not the fastest, but he's certainly getting away. Oh, then I need to rely on his strength, and he's got none. Balls. Time for a change. Gota. It just kind of parted ways from him there, the defence. Here's Palmer. Got support, might go solo. Still thinking about it. Anton gets a foot in. Oh, we've not gotten rid of it though. And it's cost us. Defensive mistake. Anton did well to win possession in the first place, but in the process of trying to clear it, just can't get rid of it. Oh, and then he takes a touch. Oh, it's through the keeper's legs as well. 2-1. We've unfortunately shot ourselves in the foot there, and now we're behind. What looked like a really good victory, or a hard-earned point, is quickly turning into absolutely nothing at all. Kittel. Oh, it's good footwork. Really good footwork. Here's Palmer. Ball down the line is good, and away, please. It is away, but unfortunately for a corner rather than further up the field. To try and get rid of it properly. Gota. Ball in. And he's... I mean, why he's chested it down? Oh, I don't understand why he's done that. And Ekspanovic falls to Klaus. That's going to be 3. All of the praising I've done of Ehizibwe and that really terrible clearance has cost me. And then I get a block in and it falls straight to a striker. It's not... luck isn't with us in this one. This really isn't the way I wanted to start today's episode on the back of yesterday's brilliant start to the season. It's also not the way I wanted to head into the first Europa League game of the season against arguably the weakest team in the group, sorry. When we should be dominating them. But we're going to be low on confidence after a disappointing defeat here. Unless we can find something out of nothing in the final 2 minutes. I need a goal a minute. Trezeguet back to Jorge Mera. He's not going to be the man to bag it in from there. But Lukebakio on his left could. Serendero has other ideas. Oh, nice tackle by Lukebakio. This has to be a second, surely. It is. Too little, too late. But, oh, they've added that in now. Before, when you used to sprint the ball like that, it just stopped running and then it cut back. They've added that animation in. Well, that's nice. But it's still too little, too late. Hazi makes it 3-2. Lukebakio did well there. Maybe we should consider still keeping Lukebakio on the field, but playing right mid. But that might be harsh on Mitchell Weiser. Regardless of who's where on the field, we lost this game. Defensive mistakes, defensive misfortune, a post hit for Rafael Leao as well. It could have been oh so different, unfortunately. Bayern draw with Frankfurt. Dortmund are yet to play Hoffenheim, but that's certainly us off the top of the table. Did you expect you could get... No, they were... we failed to make the difference. We did fail to make the difference. I can't say any other way, can I? I said I'd be realistic with my responses rather than just artificially boost morale. What are your thoughts? We were just unlucky. Definitely were unlucky in that game. I did make a mistake, but we were unlucky. We can concentrate on what we can do better. We just need to concentrate, I think. Up next for us then is a trip to Sweden to face Malmo in the Europa League, and I would like to get off to a good start there if we can. Press conference before the Malmo game. It's a good opportunity to try and raise morale if we can. Can Luka Bacchio excel past recent poor performances? He understands what he has to do. I'm going to say he's been a letdown. Nor am I going to say he's absolutely going to score, because I can't guarantee that, but he's definitely a good player for us. Can your team start with a win? It's an open match. We need to stay focused. We need to stay focused. I need to stay focused. I really want to start the Europa League well this year. We were fighting a losing battle towards the end of the group stage last season. They are perceived as the weaker team, but we need to play better than we did in the last game. That is a little bit stating the obvious, but it's true. So heading into the next game away from home against Malmo then, and fingers crossed we can start the European season well. I'm going to make a couple of changes though. Stark can start, Florian Kainz can start, and Luka Bacchio can lead the line. And we'll give Kingsley Schindler a game as well. And Verstrata in for Cozziello. We'll continue with Martinez for now. Right, Malmo's starting lineup. Reece Oxford in there. Wow, Reece Oxford starting at centre-back for Malmo. Well, that's certainly... And El Mohammadi there too. There's two names we're certainly familiar with at the back. Knudsen is a name I recognise as well. I didn't see the first names of a couple of the other players quickly enough, so I'm not entirely too sure if I know any more than that. Let's have a quick look here, shall we? So, don't know you. I recognise that name, but I don't recognise the face or the beard. Obviously, Reece Oxford, Jonas Knudsen, we are familiar. Well, at least oh, it's not Ahmed El Mohammadi, it's Baher El Mohammadi. Don't recognise him. Anders Christensen, that name rings a bell. Can't remember where he used to play, if he used to play somewhere more higher profile, is probably the best way to phrase it. Marcus Antonsson I don't recognise, and Carlos Strandberg neither. Well, certainly some familiar names, a couple of familiar names in there for Malmo, but not familiar names that we're necessarily too scared of. But European football last year was such a step up difficulty-wise than domestic football that I'm not underestimating Malmo here at all. We are going to have to be at our absolute best if we're to do anything here. But hopefully, our absolute best is what we'll get. Think that over the top. Luka Bacchio could immediately set us away. Keeping his composure, says Derek Ray, and he did, but Strabinga, the goalkeeper... Oh, Strabinga, the goalkeeper, kept his composure too and keeps us out. That should have been 1-0 to start the game. Nawaf Al-Farsan just tackled immediately by Martinez. Florian Kainz gets that forward there to Mahmoud Trezeguet. And Verstrata can play through Kingsley Schindler. Is he going to make the most of being back in the starting lineup? No, he's going to hit the post. I should be 1-0 up here. From either the Luka Bacchio chance or that one, I should be 1-0 up here. Tried to squeeze that through towards Luka Bacchio and couldn't do it. Now they're on the counter-attack, but it's a poor touch. They haven't been good so far, Malmo, but where we've been playing well, we haven't finished chances off. Can we now? Verstrata. No. Good save again by the goalkeeper. Surely a goal is coming. Headed by Hezebway. Still the pressure builds on the Malmo goal. Luka Bacchio looking for Martinez. Off target this time. Schindler around the corner to a Hezebway. If one Kingsley isn't pushing forward, then the other one does. Kainz, lift that for Luka Bacchio. We get in behind again. Turns well. Luka Bacchio this time. There's the goal. It has been coming, and finally it arrives. We certainly deserve that lead. Hadji on at half-time. The booked Florian Kainz. He's a lot quicker, Hadji. It's a lovely ball out to Trezeguet here. I'm not sure if he was onside, actually, there, Mahmoud. He was. Play continues. Not the best of balls, looking for a teammate. And now, actually, Malmo might counter on me. Here's Antonsson. I don't know where they have pace and where they don't. So I'm always wary. Martinez forward there to Luka Bacchio. It's a lovely turn. Look for Hadji. Lovely ball. There's a goal. Yanis Hadji might be scoring quite a few goals for us this season. And to be fair to him, Luka Bacchio stepped up to the plate here as well. Luka Bacchio with a goal and an assist in this game. The fight for starting striker is really on. Lovely ball through, and Hadji smacks it home. 2-0, game over. 3 points in the Europa League. Thank you very much. Just what we needed after that defeat to Hamburg. Nice tackle by Verstrata. Inside there to Hadji. Oh, heavy touch, but he's turned well. And he's got the acceleration to get away. That's where Hadji's going to excel this year. That extra... Oh, how has Luca Bacchio done that? I genuinely don't know. Yanis Hadji is going to excel with that extra pace in that cam roll. Kainz is quickish. Schaub was quickish. But Hadji just brings that next level. Luca Bacchio on a hat-trick now. Hadji looking for his second as well, though. Oh, lovely turn. So, we have a conundrum. After yesterday's episode, and even after the first game of today's episode, I was certain that Rafael Leao was the man to lead the line. And then Luca Bacchio fires back and scores a hat-trick against Malmo. Arguably not as strong an opposition as we had in the first game today in yesterday's video. So maybe I'll give Luca Bacchio a start in the third and final game to be played today. But I am torn as to who to play. Maybe I just need to play them both and we'll get good results regardless of who's up top. Verstrata, oh, he tried to head that and just completely missed the ball. Nalic down the line to Antonsen. Mera trying to close him down. It's a great ball in. Timo Horn punches his way. He needs to win that header. He hasn't. Nalic, good save. Trying desperately to keep a clean sheet for Niklas Stark on his debut. Making a couple of changes here. Jonas Hector was coming on for the first time in a little while. And it's at CDM, not at left back. So utilising him in a different position, which we've always said that we could do. I just never have. But definitely he's going to be called upon with the injury to Özcan now. It sees him out for 4 months. And we're still desperately trying to get this ball away and keep our clean sheet. But there's an offside there. So we certainly will. And with moments to go, we're going to get a comfortable first game victory in the Europa League this season. This is just what we needed after the defeat earlier and the way that the group stage went last year. I needed the confidence boost all round, and we've gotten the confidence boost. Luca Bacchio gets the match ball, deservedly so. A hat-trick for him, and he could have had more, to be fair. Malmo battered. Malmo mullered, perhaps, is the way to phrase it. What was the other result in our group? Oh, I didn't quite see quickly enough. Post-match press conference. So today's match marked the end of Luca Bacchio's rather drawn-out scoring drought. Was one way to end a scoring drought. Success breeds confidence, and I literally just talked about confidence before we got to the press conference. Why did we see Cozziello? Team comes first. Right, we're just rotating a little bit, give other players the chance to play. A hat-trick is a rare performance, breathtaking performance from Luca Bacchio. Absolutely superb. I will start him in the final played game of the season. I don't want the Mexico job, thank you very much. I will start him in the final played game of the episode. Niklas Stark wants to play now as well. There are bigger games ahead, I'll say, but I am contemplating starting him ahead of Anton, even though you guys said that you'd like him, or you'd like Anton to keep the starting lineup. Yeah, we'll play West Ham in the third and final played game of the episode. Nuremberg have lost 3 straight games, but they have scored in every single game as well. And they've scored in this one too, but thankfully Mitchell Weiser pulls us one back 3 minutes after they took the lead. That Sørensen is actually the Sørensen that we sold to them, I'm pretty sure, at centre-back. Rafael Leao fires back at Luca Bacchio. We have some healthy competition for starting spaces, don't we? We're going to get another goal before the end of the game. I mean, if there's no further goal, I'm happy, because if there is another one, it could go their way. But Mitchell Weiser waited 3 minutes to score his first after they scored and did the same again. We do get victory against Nuremberg. Big performance. Felt I could have done better in the... Oh, he must have come off the bench. Don't blame it on yourself, my man. I wasn't intending on playing you anyway. Big offer from Barcelona now for Jorge Merrill. They're not quite as big as the previous two from City and Chelsea. City and Chelsea, though, have more... Well, I don't know. Do they have more money to spend than Barcelona? Barca aren't exactly short on the odd bit of cash, are they? Regardless, let's head towards the game against... Was it Frankfurt or Mainz? Away against Frankfurt is not easy, but it's a game we can win. They just lost to Hamburg. So Hamburg actually having a really good start to the season, at least in today's episode. Leao. We're conceding too many, though. Rebic gave them the 1-0 lead. We went 1-0 down again. And Rebic, early in the second half, does the same. Maybe I will give Stark the start ahead of Anton. Rebic gets a hat-trick. Game over. 3-1 win for Frankfurt. He was out on loan first season, back with them now, and yeah, making his presence felt. That's a strong performance from Frankfurt, who we normally tend to do quite well against, although we have played them when we've gotten those results. And they tend to get a man sent off when we've gotten those results as well. Up next then, a game at home against West Ham. We'll have a quick press conference to boost morale after that defeat. Schiller's in good form. Rotation is key. We might see him. Depends on fitness. Can your team continue their good form? We have to stay focused. West Ham is a very difficult game. On paper, it looks like West Ham is similar. Must not underestimate West Ham. They're a very capable team with a good squad. At least they are at the beginning of a save. What they're like at this stage of a save, I'm not sure. We'll find out in due course. Where are we in the league after those results? 5th. So we're still only 4 points off top. It's not the worst. Could have been better, but it's not the worst. Right, West Ham at home coming up next. Right then, West Ham's starting lineup. Oliver Baumann in goal. That's a surprise. Declan Rice sat holding. It's a 4-5-1. Frederic Balbuena, Diop and Masuaku. They've got Antonio up top. Ayeti out on the right. Felipe Anderson on the left. Fornals and Lopez in the middle. Probably play more like a 4-5-1 than a 4-1-4-1. I think Declan Rice might well get himself forward a little bit. I've given Luca Bacchio the start in this game. It's in Europe, and last time we played in Europe, he scored a hat-trick. I couldn't deny him the opportunity to go again in Europe. I've also given Niklas Stark the start as well. As you can probably tell by the change in lighting and the fact that I've now got a different top underneath the Köln shirt. It's a new day. Recording this morning of the day that you're seeing it rather than yesterday for this third game. Unfortunately, Bauman's made the save. Also, unfortunately, EA have updated PC FIFA this morning, and the realism mod isn't working at the minute. It needs updating from FIFA. So, for this particular fixture, and probably for tomorrow's episode as well, the realism mod isn't in effect. We're basically playing regular FIFA 20 right now. So, hopefully FIFA can get a patch out sooner rather than later, and we'll be able to install the realism mod. He has got. I'm playing on version 1.2, and there is an alpha for version 1.3, but the update for FIFA has come out literally this morning, so I don't know if the 1.3 alpha will actually work with this version or not. There has been some changes to career mode. A couple of minor changes, but then there was one that has adjusted supposedly. I'll read it for you word for word. Supposedly adjusted. Sometimes matches were being scheduled with too few or too many days between them. So that's the only major change to the actual game that isn't just cosmetic. So hopefully we won't see as much fixture congestion problems as we've been seeing in this save, and obviously in the stream save with Leicester as well moving forward. Fingers crossed anyway. We'll wait and see, but we're going to try and continue to get ourselves the lead here against West Ham. It's the first time we've played English opposition since arriving at Köln. So I'd like to think that we can it's kind of a good test, because obviously we're more familiar with a side like West Ham than we are some of the other teams we've been playing this year. And we know we're not on Dortmund or Bayern's level, but this is a good challenge to give us a comparison to what the progression of the side has been like. If we can beat West Ham, then we're really in contention for being a decent team this season. If we can't beat West Ham, then we still need a little bit more work to be done before we can genuinely consider ourselves regular European finishers in the league and genuine contenders for a European title this season. I think Felipe Anderson was offside there again, and indeed he was. Nice tackle by Katterbach. And we're driving forward here. Little turn into Luca Bacchio. I've got runners around me. Lopez has just walked up and run off with the ball, but the referee deemed that a foul, apparently. I wasn't sure that was a foul. Is this close enough to shoot? I'm not sure. No one's really a free kick specialist at the club, so just going to lay this short here and we'll try and work something. Get that around the corner with Stark. To Cozziello. He's been in great goal-scoring form recently, Cozziello, or at least goal-threatening form. He's scored a couple of goals and certainly been a driving force in the centre of midfield to try and get us some more. Play 1-2 maybe with Martinez here with Hadji. That was the intention, but Hadji's misplaced the pass, sadly. 10 minutes to go till half-time. Still 0-0 here against West Ham, but we are certainly the better team. And I don't yet think West Ham have created a chance on goal. They've had a couple of offsides. Mikel Antonio's in here, and the cross is decent. He's away, though, wins the header, and Cozziello will clear it. We're very comfortable to this point in the game. This gives me confidence that we will come away with victory by the end of the game, but we are going to have to keep working hard for it. They've defended very well so far, West Ham. They set up defensively with the 5 men in midfield, and so far they have been quite hard to break down. We've had a couple of good opportunities, though. Bauman's made a couple of good saves. Bauman, obviously, a goalkeeper we're familiar with from his time in the Bundesliga, so we know what he's all about. And so far, he's proving that he is genuinely quite the capable goalkeeper. Annoyingly, they might be in here actually. Pablo Fornals turns well. Niklas Stark with a good header away. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time, I think. Felipe Anderson down the left for West Ham. Gets it in there to Fornals. Wary of the pullback. Thankfully, we've denied them that. But it is a corner for West Ham here. We'll see what they can do. Felipe Anderson to deliver it himself. Is it going to be decent? It's not bad. Headed away by Trezeguet, but only as far as Declan Rice. Balbuena. To Felipe Anderson again. Good delivery. Win that header. Ayeti flicked that on himself, I think. Declan Rice brings it down. Fredericks. Oh, this is really worrisome. Thankfully, we have gotten a foot in. Trezeguet in there to Hadji. Might have to call on Rafael Leao sooner rather than later. Hasn't been Luca Bacchio's day so far. Although, could work something here. Declan Rice was with me. Still just trying to keep the ball. Luca Bacchio hasn't really had a bona fide chance on goal until now. Can we pull this across? Issa Diop always really had the angle there. I actually call someone short from the corner. We'll try and work it this way instead. Win that. Oh, Fredericks got up to it. Diop's going to win that header, but we'll try and recycle possession. Trezeguet will keep that in. I hope. Yep, well done. Turn with Cozziello. Here's Yanis Hadji. Martinez. Luca Bacchio out of his feet. Oh, he spooned it. I did try and rush the shot to catch the keeper off guard, but I've obviously not allowed Luca Bacchio to settle there quickly enough. Right then. Time for Leao, I think. And no, Cozziello's getting tired, but still certainly having enough of an impact on the game to continue for now. Sorry, Luca Bacchio, we gave you an hour. Let's see if Rafael Leao can rescue things. Rice. The ball floated over the top towards Ayeti here. Katabak has done really well there. Horn out to Jorge Mera. We'll try and build. Cozziello. Hadji. Martinez. Hadji again. Cozziello driving forward. It's been really positive in the last few games. Cozziello. I've not changed his tactics or anything. He's just loving attacking football right now. And scoring goals too. Vincent Cozziello. We lead against West Ham. It's taken its while in coming. That'll make a good thumbnail. It's taken its while in coming, but it has finally arrived. Literally, all I've done in this game is praise him. And he's followed through with it. Bauman did get something on that. Keeper might count himself unlucky to have not kept that out. Wasn't the most accurate finishes into the corner. But yeah, he's just knocked it up slightly. But only further into the net. Vincent Cozziello with his, I think, first goal of the Europa League competition. Yes, but he's certainly scored a couple in the league so far this year. And finally, after deserving it, we have our 1-0 lead. 20 minutes to go to hold on. But to be fair, we're probably more likely to score a second than they are to equalise. Now they'll equalise because I'll jinx myself. Challenge for this, please, Niklas. Well up. That'll drop. No, it won't. Okay, Martinez didn't seem interested in that for some reason. Antonio to Felipe Anderson. And he could get in behind here. He's just drawn out of position. I'll try and close Felipe Anderson down. It's a poor header from the Brazilian. He is arguably West Ham's best player. But he's been really poor here. Most of the time he's offside. And when he is onside, he hasn't had a final product or even close to it. We've been the better team, and it really does show the progression we're making, because we were, in year number 1, really quite poor. In year number 2, we were certainly better, but not really able to cope on all fronts with the amount of games we were having to play. So far this year, we've shown progression and improvement further still to now, hopefully, be able to be genuinely competitive on all 3 fronts this year. We haven't had a game in the Pokal yet, I don't think. Pretty sure. But with, with 2 games played in... No! Oh, God, I did jinx myself. Spawn bags with 2 minutes extra played in stoppage time. I get a block on the first one. It falls straight back to Fornals, and he smashes it home. We're going to draw against West Ham. That's so unlucky. That's so unlucky. You can't anticipate that. 2 minutes past when the referee should have blown his final whistle. They get a lucky break as it rebounds straight back to the man that had the shot, and they scrape themselves an undeserved draw, West Ham. I'm not going to let that affect us moving forward. I'm still very confident that we can win this group, and also very confident that we can finish in a Champions League position in the Bundesliga this season. They didn't deserve that at all. Until that double shot there, they'd had 1 shot all game. They didn't deserve that at all. It's frustrating, but we will bounce back from it in tomorrow's episode, I'm certain. Would giving Schindler a chance to play have helped seal the team? Sealed the team a win. He could prove me wrong. I don't think that was necessarily the issue. It was just West Ham being really, really fortunate. Surely the late West Ham United goal wasn't part of the game plan. What's your view on the match? That's football, is all I can say. It happens sometimes. We're unlucky, and there's not really too much you can do against it. You can't prepare for a jammy deflection like that. Fornals has been one of the best players for the opposition. He's a good... I don't want to say anything negative or concentrate on what we could do better, because we did everything right there. He's a really good player for Fornals, to be fair, but there wasn't really the right response, or there wasn't a response there that I felt fit the question, really, or fit the scenario with the way that the game ended and how he scored his goal. There is a Youth Squad monthly report here. We'll see quickly how the youngsters are getting on. Lucas De Vic starting to grow on his own, up to 61 now. That's good news. Yannick Diekman still not really showing much there, but he's still only 16. Justus Brandt up to 62 now, growing quite nicely. Vuksic up to 64, really hoping that he can be genuinely first team picture by the end of the season. Platenvert's really not doing much, unfortunately. Hugo Peters is certainly growing well, and Xander Goosen's not really doing much either, but he's still only 15. I think I might let Platenvert go, to be honest. But the rest will keep... maybe I'll let Diekman go as well. I don't think Diekman's really going to prove to be worth the while or worth the time either. It's going to take too long. So we shall start tomorrow's episode with a game against Union Berlin. We've got an international break on the way. Is it a busy month? October? It's fairly busy. It's 6 games there. Union Berlin at home, we can sim. Augsburg away, AZ Alkmaar, Leipzig at home. It's Mainz in the cup. And then Werder Bremen away as well. I think we'll play AZ Alkmaar, Leipzig, and Werder Bremen. Because Augsburg are a promoted side. I'm not too bothered about the Pokal this year. We've won that already, and I'm not too fussed about trying to retain that. We're 5th in the league still, 4 points behind Dortmund, and only a point outside the top 4, and that is the aim this season. I do genuinely want to finish in the Champions League spots, so we should do our utmost to do that. Augsburg are down in 15th, so I'm quite happy to sim that. Werder Bremen up at 12th, and the Mainz game I'm not that bothered about in the Cup. So, yeah, we'll play sim 3 tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day, but hopefully we can get the results that we're after. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this series, obviously. We're going to have our most successful season yet, so it's very much worth your watch. Thank you very much for watching today, though, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.